Okay, some strange things happened last time. You all took the airship with Flickerwisp captaining and the crew. You guys had a discussion internally about like, what are we going to do about this crew? You guys really wanted this airship. Again, you thought about like a ship of Theseus situation to tear it apart and build it anew. You guys kind of decided, well, let's deal with the shipment so that the Seekers would potentially stop coming after you all. And so you went to the sensor house, the original location where the intended cargo was destined. As you were offloading, Finry decided to go with the offload group while the rest of you observed from the ship. The fog, a natural fog, was really thick along the lake. It was early morning and it was a very still lake, and you lost visual numerous times, as did Finry with parts of the delivery group. And in so doing, essentially became ambushed by a monster that you all now know is referred to as an Ulvergrig, a beast, a magical beast that is somehow innately sort of magnetically pulled to powerful magical items. Not dissimilar to like some of the aberrations that also get that draw, but coming from a different place essentially. Having gotten back to the boat just in time to look behind, and like it became really quiet. The crew is not around anymore. Whether they all died or some of them were smart enough to go into the quiet place and hide, unclear at this time. But it did solve your issue with resolving that. Flickerwisp did start casting unseen servants to start helping around the boat, given the lack of crew, and you guys floated up above the sensor house, this kind of spire-like building. And Finry and Lanray disembarked, got onto the roof, and Finry went through finding this lead box containing a gnome who was very surprised to see anyone. He says that he is Baron Veer Lathrop, who is supposed to be the owner of this sensor house. Having lost communication with Finry for a moment, Lanray kind of peeps in, followed by Max doing some spider climbing and sneaking into the room, just in time for essentially this Baron Veer Lathrop to attempt to pull Finry into the lead box, but instead Finry essentially like grapples him and pulls him out of the lead box. Modolfir, you are somewhat unaware of what's going on, other than knowing that all three of them are inside the building.
Yep.
Before we continue, I did sort of note that when you looked inside, well, when Finry looked inside the actual lead box when it opened, it was a lavish mansion-like space that opened up essentially almost like as a little pocket dimension. And like there's no way that size of a space could exist in this little tiny lead panic box. So there's something going on with that for sure. Baron Veer was very much trying to tell you guys like, yeah, these things appeared and surrounded this house. You guys were still not necessarily sure if he was actually the person who owns this house. I will show you a little fun portrait of him. There he is. It's definitely modeled after a late Marlon Brando, like a very elderly Marlon Brando. So with that, he was pulled out. Max, you have snuck up, and I believe you are somewhat close by, but not necessarily right behind everybody. Lanray, you were also like coming through the window and not quite at the lead box when we left off. This elderly gnome, rotund gnome, has been pulled out by Finry. I will say, as a reaction, either you or Lanray Max can do something in this moment. Oh, and actually, I think you ended up with attempting to charm Monster last time.
I was successful.
That is
You were successful. Yeah.
So he's my buddy for
9 days.
He views you beneficially so long as he's not being threatened or attacked by the people you're with. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so then last session I said I charmed him, and then I was trying to de-escalate the situation. So I jumped forward and I'm like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?"
And he goes, in Gnomish, which I don't know if you understand. He starts talking in Gnomish to Finri, like basically saying in Gnomish, unhand me. This is ridiculous. We are all in danger outside of this box. You are just putting us all at danger doing this. I don't know who you are. And then he notices you because you cast a spell, so you would be a parrot now. And says in common.
No, but when I cast it, he doesn't know. Like, he didn't see me cast it, is what I'm saying.
Well, let me check that. Because it does have verbal and somatic, so there's a chance he could at least look towards the direction. He rolled a 3. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes. He's not quite aware where that came from. He knows there's another person in here, but...
afterward, I made myself apparent. Like...
Sure.
What I was trying to do... That's fine.
You're stepping out from the shadows now that you've cast it.
Yeah, I'm trying to, like, make it... Yeah. Right.
Okay. He starts speaking in common to you, seeing that you are not a gnome, and since he's friendly with you, and he's like, can you assist me here in any way? This roguish fiend has seemed to have grabbed my wrist, and I don't wish to harm him.
Oh, hold on. Hey, I look at Fenrir. Hey, just, let's be civil. What seems to be the problem here?
Fenrir's kind of just like reiterates that he tried to pull him into that weird magic lead box, and he did not want to do that.
Oh, why did you want to go into the box?
I don't know if you've realized this, but this entire house is surrounded by very powerful magical beasts that, if you look at me, you can see that I'm well-fashioned in very fine gear. Uh-huh. And I do not wish to attract their attention even further.
I see. And that's fine. We have an escape if we need to, right? And I look at Fenrir and I'm like, so, I mean, I think maybe this was a misunderstanding. That you two just sort of got at each other in a tense situation. We're aware that there's beasts outside.
Can we have this conversation not in this dilapidated, awful structure?
Are you always inside of the box?
No! That's my safe space. I went in there when these monsters appeared. Typically, I only use it in case of very foolish, violent marauders.
I see. So, do you want to leave? Is that what's the problem?
Oh, no. I've spent my entire life, building this building and all the things I have here. I wouldn't want to leave. Okay. I simply want to address the Alvergrig in the room. Finri looks around and doesn't see any Alvergrig in the room.
Is it invisible?
Well, yes, but I meant it figuratively. They are invisible, though, so... I mean, you would notice, obviously, if they came into this room, there's no door big enough to fit one, so you would kind of notice them by the effects that were occurring around them.
Do they know how to go upstairs?
They're surprisingly intelligent. I haven't studied Alvergrig all that much. I mean, I used to be a bit of an adventurer myself before my writing days, but Alvergrig are not dumb beasts. In fact, when they first arrived here, I tried to rationalize with them and was making some headway before, some sort of innate primitive pull made them view me as not trustworthy.
I think I know what the problem is.
Hmm?
But, so here's a question. Were they native to this place before you came here?
Well, Ulvergrig are known to persons of the Cragwild. They do exist. They've been. Are you a wizard?
I dabble.
He kind of like nods, and he kind of opens up his cloaklet, and you see like under his arm there's like a hanging wizard book.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, he has to kind of like take the wine glass and set it on the little like alcove right next to the panic room lead box, and he just lifts his and he goes, fellow arcanist, excellent. So then you probably have studied Ulvergrig in some way. I mean, you would know.
I've come across them, but the texts I had access to were very limited. So maybe,
sure.
Yeah.
Well, when I was just a little gnome, several centuries ago, they were much more apparent in these parts. They were hunted to some extent during the Senzerian era, but because of their blood, obviously, you know what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Do your friends want to? Well, firstly, can you unhand my wrist? We're still sort of entangled here, aren't we? Do you tell Fenrir to do so?
Hey, Fenrir, what do you think of this guy? I mean, he seems like okay person. What do you think?
Fenrir is.
Oh yeah, he's not here.
He's not here. Fenrir.
So I'm the only person in this scene right now.
No, Linray's here. Linray's in the room with you.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I'm here, but I'm just like this to myself. I'm like, this is a bunch of wizard talk.
So GM, before last session, what drove Fenrir to grab this guy's wrist? Because I forget.
Well, he was kind of jiggling the handle of that lead box, right, and trying to figure out how to open it, and all of a sudden it opened ajar, and a little grubby gnome hand grabbed out at him and tried to yank him in there, and not knowing who Fenrir was, and Fenrir reacted by pulling him out the other way.
Okay. I say, well, you tried to yank him in there, right?
For our safety, there are monsters surrounding this house, and at any moment, I don't know the structural capabilities of this roof, but if they got on this roof, my God, I don't think it would hold them. Yes, we're on the second floor.
Okay. And is there a path out? What path did Fenrir take to get into the second floor?
He went full Mission Impossible, dropped down through the window with the rope and unlatched himself while the guy was in the lead box. So there's windows, lots of windows. One of which
go out onto the roof.
Yeah, you kind of have to go out underneath the awning portion of the roof and climb up. Fenrir was on a rope, so he was able to.
I thought we were up on the top floor.
Let me show you the house again.
Yeah. It looked like there was 2 floors in the picture last time.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys are in that upper turret, but still underneath a little bit of a roof to get through the windows. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
There is a doorway that goes outside. This room feels like it's the entirety of this building on the second floor, at least. So the doorway must lead directly to a staircase.
Yeah, which goes down. Okay. Yeah. I mean, implication-wise, yeah. Okay. All right. I look at the guy and say, so you're not looking to leave the structure in order to avoid these creatures?
Well, no, yes. It would be very difficult for me to move my operations. I know that obviously you all are not with my expected delivery from Shemp Wingerpoot. I'm not going to question that quite yet, but yes.
He didn't call in for us. We're kind of like the B team.
Oh, I didn't realize he had multiple airships.
Well, it's not really... It's his airship, but he was indisposed and asked us to fill in. I think he's having some issues with the law, and
sure.
I think it has to do with some sort of a list about an island?
Okay, I need you to... This sort of implication, I think, is worthy of a charisma check in this moment. Because this guy's entire... Yeah, it's just in the Charm Monster text. This guy's entire job and life and livelihood is kind of this import-export trade. And what you're saying to him would be something that would normally not be something he'd be okay just accepting. So give me a charisma check. It's an opposed charisma check.
Just charisma versus charisma?
Yes, yeah, that's what the text of the spell says.
Alright, well, we're getting ready to start a fight if something happens here.
Sure. And
5.
Midolfir, in this moment, before I roll the opposed charisma check, what have you been doing on the ship up there? Are you getting antsy at all?
I mean, I've just been kind of keeping an eye, a bird's eye view over everything, and,
You have lost visual with the party at this point, obviously, because of the roof.
I knew they went in the house, yeah. I knew they went in the house, but I haven't heard any about crashes or bangs yet, so...
You do notice the bowing of some of the little wood columns at the lower levels of this building, sort of where they come into the stone base. One thing you notice is a couple of them start bowing, more than bowing, beyond bowing. They start like bowing out to the extent where they look like they might splinter. And it's hard to tell whether it's because of a weight on top of them or something rubbing up against it and bowing them outwards. But there's something, you're seeing the effects around something.
Can I hear the creaking, like the wood?
For sure,
creaking?
you can hear the creaking. Yeah, there is a hideous sort of like that snap popping of tensioned wood being somewhat released.
Hold on.
While you think through that, I'm gonna go ahead and do the charisma check. I just have to roll basically a 4 or higher. Not much higher, but max.
Excellent. I love this. Yes.
Let me just double check. He doesn't come out of this thing based on the raw. He just kind of goes, he kind of looks at you and says, that doesn't make sense.
I will say, I'm not asking him to do.
Yeah, you're not.
He wouldn't ordinarily do, which is what that charisma save is for.
Right, which is why he just kind of looks suspiciously and goes, I've never heard of Shampwingerpoop spreading power to anybody else other than him. He's a bit of a dick that way.
Oh, I look at him, I'm like, oh, you think I have power? Oh, that's such a compliment.
Well, second airship. Midolfir, what are you thinking of doing? And just as context, you do still have the message spell in effect.
Oh, who cast that one?
Ooh, it was a while ago. Let me see.
I mean, I have the innate.
It might have been you that did it, yeah. Just to communicate with Finry. It hasn't been very long. I mean, it's been like 30, 40 seconds since Finry went in.
I don't think I used... No, I didn't use my innate message. Someone else cast it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to find it. But in the meantime, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna take one of my spears off my back.
Okay.
And I'm gonna I want to aim for the area of the roof that I see that acts like it's maybe bowing under pressure.
Okay, yeah, it's not quite on the roof. It's like on the lower level terrace.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, you could shoot into that.
Yeah. So
I think Finray cast message because there's a post that he said he relays the information through message.
Yes, he has the innate ability to do that as well. Yep.
Where's my dude?
Landray, while Midolfir is doing that, there's a tense moment in this room. He obviously, he did mention something derogatorily about bringing an elf into the house. Clearly not a fan of elves. Is there anything you're doing in this moment?
I just, knowing that he doesn't probably like me here, I am keeping a very trained eye on his hands and movements to just make sure that and if he changes positions, I'll kind of move around the room a little bit just to make sure I can keep an eye on him.
Okay. Medolfir, as you throw the spear into just kind of the area that would make sense, I will say with a 35, you do strike. And you can see this spear, almost like a bull in like a bullfight. It's kind of just sticking up into nothingness, right about at the height of where one of these Overgrig would be. And it's like clearly trying to rub it off, not enjoying the fact that there's a spear puncturing it. You do see it break its camouflage form. So like all of a sudden you actually see an Overgrig.
That's important for me. So hold on one second.
Okay.
I'm reading a description there.
Sure.
Okay. Real quick, when it breaks its camouflage form, is it more intent on, hey, what the hell was this that just stuck me, or does it look up?
No, its focus seems to be solely on like unstucking itself at this moment.
Then I am going to use my Ring of Dominate Animal.
Okay.
And try to dominate this dude.
Okay.
So on command word, this ring affects an animal as if the wearer had cast Dominate Animal. Can be used twice per day. Level Druid, caster level 5.
Yeah. As you cast it, you realize that these are magic beasts and that the spell in that ring does not affect them.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what I didn't see in there where it necessarily made a distinction. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna yell out. So basically they're on the porch, right?
Yes.
The beasts are on the porch.
Who? All of a sudden, Barenvir goes, "Who was that? I recognize that accent. That's a half-orc. You truly are a motley crew, aren't you?"
We're dispensable.
Right. Hey, your friend still has my wrist held.
Yes.
Is he my friend as well?
Yes, and he likes holding, like he's very touchy.
I am not very touchy.
Oh, he doesn't have your consent?
He does not have my consent.
Oh dear. Okay, well that I see how that could be a problem. Alright. Hey Finray. I look at Finray. Does he look like he's willing to let go of this guy's hand or wrist?
Medolfir, no, there are no like ballistas or anything on this ship. It seems to have been very specific to its kind of like cargo. You know, it doesn't encounter any other airships. So, Finry, let me roll. Finry still is kind of suspicious of this guy. I mean, he does not like being yanked into places. So, like, he's doing his normal thing where he's kind of going, okay, but I think we should still ask a few more questions.
Okay.
Hey, real quick, GM, sorry. Yeah. It may be important, or I wouldn't break that off. So, like, does the crew have like any kind of like ranged weaponry or whatever? Like, what Medolfir is wanting to do is maybe rally the crew here to start, I don't know, firing arrows, throwing rocks, whatever they have available to draw the attention of the beasts and keep them from progressing further.
The crew at this moment consists of you, Flickerwisp, and a bunch of invisible, unseen servants.
Oh.
As of right now, everybody has disembarked from this ship that was one of the regular crew.
Oh. Well, I turn to Flickerwisp and say, I think it's about time to start throwing some fire down there on the outside of the house.
He goes, ooh, and he gets his wand out. Okay.
Let's
noted.
make some distractions.
Flickerwis goes, Medilfir, I can only cast a certain number of times from this, and each time I cast it, he starts doing a lot of math. He's like, it costs about 200 gold per.
I'm gonna
charge.
put my finger up to his mouth as if to like put a finger up to shut him up. And say, Flickerwisp, you get to use your wand. Do so.
He let loose one down towards the base plinth area where you guys previously had encountered one. He doesn't see the one with the spear. It kind of reformed itself underneath the patio area and is not necessarily visible at this moment. So he fires down where you previously had seen one. Those of you inside, you do hear, although it's not in the raw, I will say a fireball spell sort of erupting, that kind of vacuous flame eating up the oxygen sound. It's not an explosion necessarily, but it's like a very distinct sound that obviously you, Max, and others who have been around fireball spells being cast recognize immediately through the window. There is maybe some treachery afoot outside, or maybe it's just Flickerwisp shooting some swamp rats.
No, it's Flickerwisp. I know him. He's
Okay.
Especially with instigation from Medilfir. Gotta be, right?
He goes, if your airship folk are safe and they're just going to try to pick off the beasts, can you tell them to just avoid the house? I wouldn't want it to catch fire. It is old, musty wood. It would go up in flames quickly.
Yes. They know that, for sure.
Okay.
We're very talented. We've been fully briefed, and I just want you to know that there's nothing to worry about. Now, my question to you is, how many of these beasts are there, do you think?
Well, I've spotted at least 7 or 8. Yeah, let me do one roll real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Let me check something for Finry. Okay. Before Finry realizes it, the very elderly gnome, who's quite rotund, has somehow managed to sort of ungrip from Finry. He's not doing anything, but now you notice like his hands are free and he starts like being very emotive. The wine glass he's picked back up. He's like, perfect. Now I can hold this properly. Okay. I cannot reiterate this enough. I believe we should go into my mansion as opposed to standing around in this space. It's quite moldy. I like keeping kind of a very dilapidated chic vibe out here, but inside it's quite nice. And that's also where my wine bottle is. And he kind of shakes his little empty wine glass. He goes, in case you all want some. Max? Landry?
Sorry. While he was like saying that, Max is sort of just like looking around. There's like nothing in this room other than this box. Is that right?
Yes. Like it is purposely kept barren, it looks like. I mean, there's like the remnants of what looked like a forgotten hotel room that has not been like made in decades. It doesn't appear like this person who's wearing this really opulent gear would ever sleep in this room.
Okay. All right. I ask one more question and then we might be able to do that. These beasts, are they able to like fly or jump? Like, is our airship safe hovering above the structure?
It should be, as long as they can't grab onto anything and climb their way up. They're surprisingly capable climbers, kind of like a bear trying to climb. They do have little thumbs that allow them to grip onto trees. He goes, before you invaded my space and this one tried to yank me out, and here I am, I was trying to find a book, a spell book I've long ago forgotten somewhere in my library, which has the disintegrate spell in it. And, so I can start picking off these little fuckers.
Mhm.
You know how it is. And so I would like to go back to searching for that because they've been here. They've overstayed their welcome. I've allowed this to go on for 5 or 6 days, hoping they would just kind of move on and I wouldn't have to exert myself.
So, GM,
Hmm.
I know that, like, Max, we discussed it before, that Max knows that these creatures are attracted by magical stuff, right?
Yes.
Like, if they showed up 5 or 6 days ago, is it a fairly safe thing? Is it... Like, the reason they're swarming this guy must be that there's some sort of new magical thing here, right?
Yeah. I mean, sometime in the last week they appeared. Now, whether they appear instantaneously or whether there's been something he's been holding for a while and it's slowly drawn them to this, or maybe it was a passing herd. It's unclear whether, there was something explicitly a week ago that triggered them to stay here.
Okay. I tell the guy, I'm like, now, we were flying around, and I know that there's a small group of these creatures currently here, but I think that they are native to this. We're on an island, right?
No.
Where
You guys are in the middle of the Cragwild next to the Tire Lake.
Oh, yeah. I say, I mean, they're native in this region, so I wouldn't be surprised if, even if you got rid of this herd, then another one doesn't come by. The real question is, why did they decide to stay here? They usually don't stay somewhere unless there's a magical aura that is really just enticing them.
Yes, well, I am a man who enjoys fine magical goods, and it's not to say that I haven't expected this to happen at some point. I just don't know what it is particularly that became hot in the recent period to have drawn
When
them
did
here.
you put up the mansion? And I point at the box.
Oh, I've had that since my writing days.
It's been present here for...
Oh, yes.
Because, I mean, I don't see anything else out here, and I don't think they can sense auras inside of your structure, right? So, like...
Well, there's the whole warehouse space downstairs that I, sometimes go down into, but I let my unseen servants typically do the grunt work on deliveries.
Do you want me to go through that and find what might be enticing these things? Just so that, like, we know what's up.
Well, sure, but it'd be a suicide mission with that many. I'm sure they're trying to get to it just as much as you would be trying to.
Oh, they're already inside downstairs?
Well, there's only one entrance to the warehouse space. It's from the exterior along the stone base.
Mm-hmm.
So that there's no, I don't like people coming inside. They bring their muddy shoes. Even though I've catered this look within here, it's still very hygienic.
Okay. Now, question. So, my elf friend over there, and I point over to Landry.
Yes.
I mean, I understand that you have some conceptions, but, I mean, look at him. He's just standing there. He's not doing anything.
Yes, standing there with his divine favor. Disgusting.
I don't think he has the... Hey, Landry, do you think you have divine favor?
If I do, I don't know what he's talking about.
That's what they all
I don't
say.
think he has any kind of divine... I mean, he's smart enough to have left home. And I kind of, like, raise my eyebrows towards this wizard guy. I'm like, I mean, he's got to be one of the good ones, right?
I mean, I can tell that from his equipment and things. He's not from Dulandria, so I suppose that's a bit of a benefit to him.
Mm-hmm. So, my question is... Alright, so GM, I mean, this wizard is extremely high level. Yes?
Very
Like,
high
in-
level.
in-
You get
yeah.
the sense that his capabilities exceed yours for sure.
Yeah. And I'm trying to not have a suicide situation here.
Mm.
I say, all right, so, and we, do we still have the cargo in the ship that was supposed to be delivered here, or did all the people
There
take it
is
with them and then get slaughtered?
No, there's still some in there. I mean, they were on their like first delivery stint, right? So they had they had taken some of it, but not all of it. It's still some in there.
Okay. And the purpose of us coming here was to do the delivery?
Yep. Finish delivery, get your own ship, sort of avoiding seekers potentially.
Okay. We don't have like a crane or anything on the ship, do we?
There are pulleys that you could much slower sort of deliver boxes down, but you'd be dumping them sort of right in front of the house as opposed to anything else.
Right, but what if there was a cargo loading doorway on the second level?
There's not.
I know, but I'm saying, what if there was?
Yeah, he maybe would be okay with that. He seems to not want that stuff up here. His typical would be for
the basement.
Yeah.
Okay. I say, well, we have some of your cargo that we were supposed to deliver, and that's why we're here.
Right.
But it seems like, they're in the basement, and we can't really put it there. What if we just bring it all into your mansion? That way we can, since you want to get in there. We can arrange it however you like. We can make it really tie into the room for now.
That's fine. I mean, some of the goods I'm assuming were abandoned when you all realized that you were going to die from those Alvergrig. We'll have to think about how to get those. It'd be really great if I could just get rid of the Alvergrig.
Alright. If we get rid of the Alvergrig, right? And then...
If you get rid of the Alvergrig, I'll forget how you lied about being a cohort of Shampwingerpoot, and we could start afresh, as friends. I'm not much of a warrior anymore. Those were my old days. But I think I could teach a wizard like you a few things.
I'm going to try to see if this guy's telling me the truth or not.
Okay, yeah. Let me see. Okay. You get the sense. Okay. You get the sense. Very interesting roll. This person, he's got a Hemingway-esque way of being sort of very affront to everything. He's very he doesn't mind dropping past stories and things like that. You've noticed that quite a few times. It does not seem like he is able to really be dishonest. His bravado and his ego seem to never want to actually hide anything that he does. You get the feeling that he is very much serious about taking you on as a tutelage and showing you how great of a wizard he is.
Alright. I'm trying to figure out if this guy is an airship or air city fanatic, or if he's just doing a job. How would I
do a knowledge? Okay, so I will say something. Anybody who wants can give me a knowledge. Gosh, I would say history. So if anybody has ranks in knowledge history, Landray or you, Max, Henry does not. You could try. There's something familiar about his name.
What was his name again?
Baron Veer Lathdrop.
And I don't have anything to help, so.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, with an above DC 20, You remember a comic that you would find oftentimes in the Planetum. It's like this weird, off-putting cartoon that was very like magic intensive, jokey. It's kind of like Far Side, but like with a D&D wizard twist to it on every sort of page. So
Wizard of Old Dork.
yeah, exactly. And you remember a name from that, not Baron Veer Lathrop, but like Baron, like the noble position. Baron Lathrop. And I would say with his door open to the panic room, you look inside and you see numerous sort of framed, created imagery of these things that are very familiar to you, these kinds of comic strip elements that are like, oh, like that's familiar.
So does it look like he has like old prints of the comics?
Yes, on his walls inside the mansion.
I lean in like conspiratorially, right? So that, and then I whisper as if to like not allow, not like, you know, like a loud whisper. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Like a stage whisper. I
Sure.
say, hold on, are you the author?
Well, I've been many things in my life, but yes, at one point I was an author of fun tales told at parties.
You know, those comics, those just amazing little drawings really allowed me to take a break between study sessions. You know, I would read a single one and I would be recharged and I could just dive right back into the books. Amazing.
He's like kind of a little bit blushing, but like he's clearly heard this plenty of times before, and he goes, well, it's always great to meet a fan. If you want, I can give you a signature. I'd have to find my pen. Outside, Fliggerwisp is going to let loose another fireball down towards the ground. Like, he's not necessarily seeing any of these Ulvergrig. So there's a like percent chance that has to occur here because of the concealment essentially.
I say, hey Finray, can you let them know up there that about what our situation is in here?
Yeah, I can climb up and let them know. So Finray, sort of no longer holding the wrist of this guy, heads out the window and up. Flickerwisp's fireball just kind of erupts at the ground plane, Midolfir, and you notice there's no like movement or reaction from any Ulvergrig from that shot. Flickerwisp goes, Midolfir, I like throwing fireballs, okay? I'm not going to lie, it is fun, but I don't like losing money, and I don't think I'm hitting these things.
Look,
Hoping
you
with
can always,
Finray up there now. There's
you
more
can always.
yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, Midolfir.
Yeah,
I was gonna say you can always make more money. How often do you get to use your wand?
I'm gonna try again.
Just don't hit the house.
Yeah, no, I know. And all of a sudden, Finray like climbs up the rope. He's on the lip of the sort of cargo hold. He's like, yeah, sort of a situation down there. The guy seems not horrible, I guess. Max seems to be taken with him. I think he's trying to get this cargo offloaded still. And maybe to kill the Ulvergrig. But I don't know how we would do that. They're pretty big and surprisingly hard to see. That's the news from Lake Wobegon, and he starts shuffling back down the rope. He's like, I'll be right back. Also, the fireballs, Flickerwisp, it's really a pleasure to see you enjoying your craft again. He slides back down.
I'm a like bro pop him on the shoulder and say, see?
I mean, there's definitely something beaming about him. You know, like a person who's coming out of a depressed state. He's like awakened now. this feeling of like, yes, this is what I've meant to do, explode things with my fireball.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Max, you're left with this sort of situation with this, Baron Veer. He seems like a cool guy. He could actually be an asset moving forward. He seems to be intent in either finding the disintegrate spell so he can determine how to take care of these Alvergrig, or, if you all wish, he kind of proposes the following. He's like, Maxwell. Have you told him your name?
Yeah. Well, I tell him my name is Maxwell, but no, hold on. Is it? No, it's Maximilian. I told him. Yeah.
Okay. He goes.
No last name. His first name.
No last name. Got it. Maximilian and blonde, lanky friend. I have a proposition for you. I am very familiar with how the adventuring world works, and he kind of does a very wild sort of swing of the cape, very flourishing. How about this? I believe you all to have probably committed some potentially heinous crimes against the folk who usually bring me my goods. I don't care about all that. I mean, they're a means to an end. I do not ask questions. I simply make the money so that I can support my endeavors. So, what I can do as a very powerful mage is assist you all in throwing off any potential tracks that may come. And all I ask, and maybe I could be helpful to you learning the way of the adventurer, Maximilian, at some point. I have many spells I'm sure you have never even considered learning. All I ask is that you either find whatever object is causing these beasts to surround the sensor house, or you kill them off. If you do kill them off, you can keep all their blood. I know, I'm sure that by itself is a valuable
Max's eyes go real big when he says that. Like, oh, hey.
Surely with that big of a herd, you could have at least 10,000 gold worth of unguent. Max, I'll say, with your alchemical background, you're now understanding, Alvergrigs. Yeah, now I remember. Their blood is used by potion makers as kind of like a material component in making potions.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why they were hunted. Yeah, they've been hunted down to very remote locations because of that fact.
Okay. Do I think this guy's being genuine right now, or do I think that this is all an artifact of the charm spell that he's saying to me?
With that sense motive check from before, you get the sense that this guy has no ability to not be as crazy as his stories are, and over the top, again, like a Hemingway-esque level of bravado. You also believe the stories. This guy is legitimate. What he's saying does check out. He just seems to be very braggadocious about talking about it, but genuine.
I say to him, I'm going to ask you a question, and it's going to. The answer to this question is going to influence our relationship going forward.
Terrific.
How many cats do you have in there? And I point at the box.
Cats? No, I'm a raven man myself.
Perfect. Pun intended.
Okay.
I say, okay, now I got to tell you one more thing. In an attempt to diffuse a tense situation that my friend might have caused because of, hands coming out of boxes, trying to grab him, I may have charmed you with a magic spell.
He kind of laughs and he points to a ring on his hand. Max, you could do a knowledge arcana on this if you wish. You're not seeing the effects of it, but you would see something.
Yeah, I haven't done like detect magic or whatever, so up to this point, it was just a ring that he was wearing. I didn't look carefully. Yeah.
On his hand, you note a ring of counterspells, and he kind of smiles and goes, Maximilian, you haven't gotten to my point in life knowing, or rather not knowing, that compulsion and enchantment spells are the most dangerous of all.
They really are. Everybody gets their pants in a wad about necromancy, but obviously enchantment is more problematic.
It's very problematic. I do not wish to be forced to do something against my will. And now, so long ago...
You must appreciate that I was trying to defuse the situation. You know?
I do appreciate that. I mean, you didn't come in here shooting fireballs, which evidently your group is capable of. You know, and I would have been able to handle that as well, but... yes, I understand, and I appreciate you not casting any kind of dominate spell on me as well. I'm not sure if you know how to do those, but...
Well, you know, I don't like to. You know? It's, like I said, problematic. But
yes.
Problematic, it's all dependent on context. I understand, yes.
I feel like you're trying to charm me with a spell again.
And I say, all right, how about this? We can tackle the situation two-pronged. You go into your mansion, you get your disintegrate spellbook, and we will try to see if we can pick off some of these from the outside. And maybe if we do, maybe some of the ones in the basement will get out. You know, maybe they'll go out of the basement. Who knows, right? But do you know of any way to make these things visible?
Great question, Max. I like where your head's at. I suppose their innate camouflage is part of their magical spell-like capabilities. However, I do know that there is limits to how they can use that. They are very slippery, but, you know, typically when they come out to attack or when they've been struck, it's easy to see their location because of the reaction.
Right. They are corporeal, though, right?
They are corporeal, so you could illuminate them in some sort of fairy fire or various things.
I look at him and I say, well, I know you're thinking what I'm thinking, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it out loud because that's, you know, I mean, I'm looking for approval here, right? So I say, do you have in your mansion any caches of dyes, powders, anything that's, you know, not super valuable, but like just sort of, because it's daylight, right?
You're trying to recreate the powder festival of Yivanoth.
Yes. Or if we don't have powder, if some sort of dyes that we could just fabricate some vials or flasks of something and try to bring these things into the visible realm.
Maybe down in the cargo, the warehouse down below, but that could be a problem in its own. I mean, a true seeing spell would be beneficial, I suppose.
I've never dabbled in that, so
you have so many things to learn.
I know. That's the problem.
Maybe you could drag them away from the house. Maybe get them onto some other scent. There's another eruption of that like vacuous sound of a fireball being launched. Let me roll 1d100. Man, it's the second time. Outside, you just hear like, I keep missing them. You owe me money, Madolfir.
So funny. All right. I look over at Landry and I'm like, what do you think?
Want to go fight some Alvergrig?
I don't know how I feel, but I just don't trust this guy.
I think Max at this point does trust this guy. Like, to the point of, like, as long as we're not trying to, like, take him away from this place or hurt this guy, he does not care who we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Lanray's feelings are just much more, opposed.
About the racism?
Yeah.
This is about the racism? Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, I feel like Max should be getting some of that racism as well, because, I mean, he's not a gnome.
Yeah,
but
the gnomes...
Even though this guy's not charmed, he hasn't really said a whole lot about me.
Yeah.
Was it a clothing thing?
No, I would say with the same knowledge history check that you did before, you know that there was a period during the Senzerian era, the kingdom, in which like the gnomes of Kragan were very much like taken to human ceremony and human ways. Like they started building actual villages on the surface as opposed to underground. So this guy might just be from that era and kind of be a human fan, right? Like he's just kind of into human things.
Okay, he's like an otaku. Gotcha.
Yeah. Sure, he's an otaku. Yes. He's on his way to one of the maid bars right now.
All right. All right. I think the plan. Hold on. I know enough about sea invisibility, and that's not a high level. I've researched that, but I know that it's a personal thing only. So while like it might be able to help myself see these things, my companions who and I lean in and I'm like, who are you? I mean, they're the meat shields.
Sure.
They won't be able to see these guys. How can we?
He kind of stops you there.
Down there, yeah.
He goes, well, I do have one true seeing spell prepared today. I suppose I could use it to assist you.
One creature?
That is one creature touched, 1 minute per level. He's like, it should last you a good part of well into 15 minutes. Maybe.
I tell him, I look at Landry and I'm like, you know what's a really good dye?
Landry?
What?
Blood's a pretty good dye, isn't it?
It is.
And who do we have who's really good at producing blood?
Well, got a few options.
I look over. Is Finray back?
Finray's back. Yep. It's kind of just. Yep.
Hey Finray, can you message them above and tell them two things? One, hold off on the fireballs for now.
Okay.
And two, can Modolfir climb down here?
Okay. Finray kind of signals up to Flickerwist to cut off the fireballs. And then he signals to Modolfir to come down. Modolfir, do you come down?
What? Why? There's big, scary beasts down there.
Finray kind of just shrugs his arms and goes, Max is negotiating something here.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to Flickerwist and say, listen. I will give you gold for your spells so you can power the wand. Stop worrying about the cost and we'll just focus on how much fun you were having. If you see any of those things start to rush for the house, or if you see the ground as buckling under their steps, fire the wand. Don't worry about how much it's costing you.
Fine.
GM.
Good chat.
That's very good. I love it. GM, just sort of like throughout this whole conversation, we've been talking about these creatures. We've seen them. We've seen like what they're doing. Can I do another Knowledge Arcana to sort of put 2 and 2 together and figure out how tough these things are going to be?
Sure.
If Medolfir can make them not be truly invisible all the time.
Yeah, you can do that.
How's Medolfir going to accomplish this?
Medolfir, you swing through the window at this point. You're in the room also.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
You squeeze through the window. To be honest, it's a pretty gnomish-sized window, but you do see Lanray. You pass by Finray and you see Max talking with this rather humorous-looking stout gnome. Max. I would say with Knowledge Arcana of 31, you would know. Ulvergrig have. They're capable, but they are at the end of the day largely reliant on their physical attacks to be dangerous. From a magical standpoint, the only thing that you need to worry about is the spike stones that they sort of leave behind, almost like a porcupine who's able to leave their needles behind. That is dangerous, but if you can pull them to you, a lot of their danger goes away. You'll be able to see them more openly. You just don't want to be ambushed by them or caught in a corner by them, right? That's when it would be problematic. But they're not crazy difficult. They were hunted, after all, by just normal hunters a long time ago. I mean, capable hunters, but hunters nonetheless.
Do I feel like we have a good idea of the layout of the bottom floor that these creatures are in?
And if you felt like it, he would draw you a sketch of sort of how the bottom level looks.
It's just the 2 floors. When he says the basement, he's just talking about ground floor, right?
The basement is like that stony under part of everything. So technically it's 3 floors if you count that as a separate space.
Oh, inside of the stone there's a floor.
Yeah, it's like a celery kind of warehouse
so it's
space.
Above ground basement.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I explained the situation to Ulfir. I'm like, listen, he can make you able to see these things. Okay?
Okay.
For a few minutes. But they still put down these spikes of stone on the ground that will hurt you. So how do you feel about just going in there and killing some of these things? And then that way, as you splatter them and various sprays of blood forensically scatter around the room, it will mark the other creatures and we can attack and such. And what do you think of this plan?
So the whole time he's been talking, I've been kind of like, not like slit narrow eye, but kind of narrow eye, listening to him talk. And I'll be like, I wait for him to get finished. I'm like, Max, I live and die by the sword. Yes. I do not read all you fancy words on papers like you do, but I am not so naive to be talked into doing this through the fascination of blood flying, as Flickerwisp is into using his wands.
You caught me.
Go. If you can make me see them, that is great.
Okay.
Do you have magic to make them not gore me through?
I mean,
Barenvier kind of goes, no, their sharp horns are quite good about going through most magics. I mean, beyond the basics.
So, okay.
Does Medolfir already have his dex magically enhanced?
I don't know. Medolfir, do you?
Is there a enhancement bonus on your dex at this point?
Hold on. Let's see, what is this? That's
Doesn't look like it.
fortitude. That is strength, obviously. No, I do not think so. I've got the belt of giant strength, and the
Okay.
oh wait, yeah, parapet of wound closure and cowl of bear's endurance. So
Finry is like leaning against the like windowsill, kind of sitting in the windowsill with his legs up a little bit nonchalantly, and like just cleaning his kukri. And he kind of goes, if the main thing that we're worried about is the spike stones, we could sort of drop you down from the airship on a rope, Mdolfir, and just kind of swing you around and let you strike them. I think I saw that at a kid's birthday party once.
That's the greatest thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah. No.
I could before we do that, right before we lower you down, I could cast grace on you to kind of bolster your ability to react to things trying to attack you. Basically a plus 4 dex.
So,
yeah.
Do we know anything about these creatures that they don't like, or we give them a disadvantage? I'm thinking
you know what they do like, but I don't know about what they don't like.
Yeah, he speaks up. Aaronvir kind of goes, they're almost unable to deny their primitive attraction towards magical items. They're drawn to them. Beyond that, no, they're not particularly unsusceptible or susceptible to anything in particular.
Which is the greater desire? If there's something aggressing them or something more magical?
Well, like most creatures, they'll defend themselves if attacked. So I would say probably their primal urge for life would overtake. They're not dumb creatures, by the way. In fact, if one was hearing us right now, they would probably understand some of what we're saying. As far as magical beasts go, they're one of the smartest kind. Similar to elephants, they show emotion amongst their herd. It's
Okay.
Here's a question. They're attracted to magical things, and obviously there's something in the basement that's driving them here.
Right.
Do you have anything in your mansion that could overpower that sense? Could we draw them out?
I mean, I suppose off the top of my head, yes, there's plenty of things in there that are of power. We can go peruse, but am I wanting to get rid of one of my cherished belongings I've collected over nearly a millennia? No.
Well, I mean, we wouldn't be getting rid of them. We would just be using it as bait. Then you get it out.
Yes. We could maybe sign some sort of insurance agreement.
Well, my insurance... and I look at him like, honestly, I would like to learn from you going forward. So
stop it.
Yeah.
You're a good kid.
Okay. I would never allow anything to happen to one of your possessions. Is all I'm trying to say.
I trust you with that. Yes, he kind of rummages through. He's like, may I go back into the mansion?
Yep, go ahead. And especially if you can find that disintegrate spellbook. That would probably be useful.
Such a mess in there.
Hey, real quick, GM. Sorry,
Yeah.
I just noticed something. You remember how I asked you in my auto session a few weeks back about the ability score increase at the last level up?
Yeah.
Did you look into that? Because I'm still showing base 18.
On your... Which skill was it again? Or which ability was it again?
Strength.
Let me see. So...
What is the total? Like, if you hover over the total number, do you see an ASI bonus?
I see +1 strength and +1 constitution. Let me see. I'm checking back on your level up to see what you're saying that the one that you chose at level 12 wasn't added in.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, because, like I said, I thought that would affect my base, and my base is still showing it.
No, the base is always going to be like the dice you rolled before, and there's like a feature.
Oh, I see it now. Untyped feats, ability score increase, level 12, 1. Okay.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that my adjusted to the right of that on my character sheet where it shows 23 was already 23 prior to the level up.
Yeah, I'll double check on that, but it does say I do show
how many total ASI bonuses are in that buff in the ability?
There's only 2, so that's the part where I'm like, yeah, it looks like there's something wrong here. So that's why I'm going back to one of your earlier levels. Let me see if let me look at your level 11.
It's giving the racial, it's giving the Baltic Giant strength increase, and it's showing only one other from the level 12 increase.
Yeah. Yep. I think you're right. I need to add that level 12 one. Okay, I'll do that. So you have 2 strength over your 12 levels. You have 2 plus 1s to your strength.
2. 1 addition.
Yeah, 1 addition.
Than what is showing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yep.
Sorry.
No worries.
That could be important in the coming minutes.
Sure. He looks through his goods and he's like, well, I don't want to. He's like, come inside. He's like, well, I have this. What does GM wish to trust you all with?
Not a thing.
GM, while he's looking in there, could Max be casting a spell?
Sure. What are you casting?
In the bag of holding, there's like a pair of goggles.
Okay.
And I think Max is, given that we're looking to fight something that potentially, seeing it might be important. I pull it out and I'm like, I don't know what this does. And I kind of pull it out and I'm looking at it and I want to cast Identify.
Okay. These are on the goggles in the bag of holding?
Yeah, they're in armor/equipment. The second.
Yeah, I see it. Yep. I see it. So you cast Identify and you are able to immediately determine that they are goggles of Detect Evil. Not particularly like crazy over the top expensive, but a pretty powerful magical item.
Okay. I think it was worth spending a pearl to see. Maybe it's like a invisibility seeing goggles or something like that.
Sure. All right. Yep. The Baron Lathrop kind of comes back up. He's like, okay, all right. Now you have to handle this very carefully. I was given this by a mage who, let's just say, she was very appreciative of my cartoons. And he kind of blushes and chuckles and goes, this is a staff of transmutation. It is perfect in that it is capable of being used by any sized being as long as they're capable of using staffs. It is quite precious. Please do not lose it. It is very expensive, as you can tell from the inlays of magnificent ebony.
Okay.
So yeah, you know that has like Disintegrate, Baleful Polymorph, Expeditious Retreat, Alter Self, Blink, and regular polymorph on it.
And I look at him, I'm like, now, do the charges reload daily on the staff?
He goes, to be honest with you, I've kept it as mostly a keepsake of past friendship. I've not used it at all since having received it. But yeah, you would know this acts like any other staff, essentially.
So the charges do get permanently used up?
Yes, they do. 50 charges. So basically it's like a wand, but like one that carries lots of different kinds of spells.
Okay. And I say, worst case, if it became a dire situation, would you mind if we used some of the charges off of this thing?
I suppose in a pinch you could use some of the charges as long as you don't damage it.
Yeah, no, I understood. And I kind of put my hand out to see if he could hand it to me.
He's like hesitant to do so. He's like, oh,
Okay. And I pull my hand back. I'm like, oh, if you don't want to, I mean.
No. I'm a bit of a hoarder, as you can tell, and he kind of hands it over.
All right. I gently grab it. I'm like, all right, so are we doing the pendulum? Is that something you feel comfortable with, Midolfir?
Absolutely not.
Okay. I didn't think you would, but
Finry goes, well, if you're not going to do it, I will.
Might be more suited to you. I'm better on my feet.
He like whistles up to like Jameson. Jameson, go get some of the longer rope.
He has message going still.
Yeah, he chose not to use it.
Oh, okay. Great.
Okay. So you guys are gonna fight these Oliver Greg?
Here's the idea. I want to set up a series of not just ropes, but like harnesses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I want them at different lengths. I want some of them. I mean, if Finray wants to go low enough to be able to hit these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. It doesn't make any sense. All right, we're just gonna lower into an open field and draw these things out, aren't we? Is that what's happening, Midolfir? And I look at Midolfir.
Yeah, I guess.
An open field gives you back some advantage, at least.
Yeah. But we're worried about the ones that are in. Did I hear you say there's a basement in this?
There is. Unfortunately, it's absolutely riddled with Alvergrig right now.
But, okay, so for character knowledge, is there an actual basement?
Or it's an above ground. So you know how like there's a stone pedestal that this whole building is on?
Yeah.
That basement is inside, not below, but inside that stone pedestal.
Yeah. It's kind of a dig out. There's a bit of a dig out to it.
And there's some of these things inside that area?
They're surrounding it, trying to get at whatever it is.
Surrounding it, yeah, okay.
But they haven't like gone into the building and down into the basement.
No, for whatever reason, they don't seem to be capable of getting through the stone.
And they have not like come up the stairs, come in through the front door, and like tried to go down.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, hold on.
There's not actually any in the building.
No, inside the building, to your knowledge, there are none.
Oh.
What's currently in that basement?
A lot of goods, past deliveries, things I haven't quite got into organizing.
Is there something that you just recently got that may explain why these things showed up all of a sudden?
Well, I'm constantly getting very high-end goods delivered, but no, nothing in particular, to my knowledge.
I'm going to look at them and say, is it possible someone brought something here you weren't expecting to be among them that these beasts are being attracted to?
Suppose I've become a little bit derelict in my supervision. When you have such a nice mansion as I have, it's hard to spend too much time in this old rat trap.
So, GM, I'm having a little confusion. Like, could we get down into the basement from inside the building and not encounter? Oh, you can only get to the basement by going outside, and then there's like some sort of a hatch door or something.
The rest of the house acts like it's just a big stone floor, but underneath is that like warehouse space.
Okay, so Midolfir is gonna look at Max and be like, okay, Max, listen. I'm gonna try to draw them away. It sounds like maybe something was delivered unexpectedly that has drawn them upon this place. Care to go have a look while I distract our friends?
Finry kind of agrees to go with Midolfir. I'll keep an eye on him also.
Okay. Now, Midolfir, where do you plan on? Where is the? Just so that we're all aware, where is going to be the space that you are going to perform your art?
I'm going to go out the front door and run.
There's a bit of a road that heads to the east. You could certainly run towards that. It's more in the open, so it's much harder for them to hide themselves.
No. Okay. All right.
Okay. So who's doing this? Lanray, who are you sticking with, Lanray?
I mean, I'll go where Midolfir is not going.
Okay. Okay.
Because I think that'll help divide up some of the power.
Okay, so sticking with Max. Okay. So,
is Finray going with Midolfir? He said it sounded like he wanted to.
Yeah, Finray's going to go with Midolfir. So good. Okay. Midolfir, you opening the main doorway out of this room?
Well, first of all, am I getting whatever it is casted on me that's going to allow me to see these things, or at least?
Yeah, he goes, oh, my apologies. And he casts True Seeing on you.
How long does that one last?
15 minutes or so.
Right as he's doing it, I also cast Cat's Grace on Midolfir.
Okay.
So he's now got the +4 dex.
Love me, Daddy.
Let me see.
That should be like 9 minutes. I'm doing it I'm basically saying, okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Right?
Yeah,
And
so
then
everything's
casting
been
it, right.
prepared.
Yeah.
Okay, let me... Where's True Seeing? So many spells. Okay, yep. Very high level spell. Cast. So, Midolfir, I will add True Seeing to you. Hey, where's your little token?
It's up on the boat.
There it is, yeah. Okay, and then Max, you cast the other one also so I can target him?
Yeah. It's already on
No.
the chat log.
Okay.
Technically, my token's right above the house, right?
Yes, you guys are not over where that's shown, so I'll move everything.
All right.
You guys are in the house now, so I'm going to move you guys to your current positions. Flicker Wisp is up with Jameson at the top, hanging out above the house. And then Midolfir, Lanray, Finray, and Max are actually in the house. Okay. And yeah, he kind of just points towards the east. He's like, if you go out the door and down the stairs and run straight right or straight left from your point of view, you'll hit the road, which opens up to the more grasslands.
South and east, or south
Yes.
and west, I mean?
Yep.
Okay. First of all, after you cast a spell, look out the door. Do I see these things?
You open up the little creaky bedroom door. You look down. You're like, no, this space is too small. If something had come in, it would have knocked down the whole house.
GM, is Finray actually hurt, or is that just he didn't hit the rest button last time he rested?
Hell. I think he just didn't hit the rest button.
Okay, because he didn't fight.
Yeah, you guys had all the ability to fully rest. Yep.
And
Okay.
what I meant specifically was look out of the house into the area.
Oh, I see. You look out. Give me a spot check. Oh, actually, and it's True Seeing added to it too, so you automatically see it. So let me just skip the spot check since you have that going.
All right.
Yeah, you look out, and for at least 120 feet, you can see. Well, that's for the ethereal plane. You see the exact locations of creatures or objects under blur, displacement effects, invisible, camouflage would also be in that. You do see at the base one here. You see another one here. And you see another one here. And they kind of take note and their heads rise as the door creaks open. You also see that the roadway begins kind of back here. Sorry. Back through these trees here. Okay.
Okay, so they're going east. Or Medofir's going to run eastward.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay, all right. Now, which side is the entryway into the basement located?
The entryway to the basement is located closest to the docks, which is on the north side up here.
Okay, all right.
Are there windows?
From your position, you cannot see without stepping out if there are any other Alvergrig back there.
So I hand the staff to Medolfir.
Okay.
Like a baton, like in a rally, in a relay race.
Sure.
I bet it's about the same size, given that it was made for.
It's magical, so it kind of expands a little bit as he holds it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Finry's like, I'm ready whenever you are, Medolfir. And he looks at the Lanramax and goes, as soon as these things start moving, there's no reason not to, take off immediately. Don't draw their attention away from us, though.
Okay, so quick question. There's no way for me to get a look on the north side of the house without going out of the house? There's no windows or anything?
There are windows. I'll give you that. Yeah, there's windows if you want to go step back inside the house. It's going to take up some of this time, but that's fine.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to tiptoe and take my time. I'm going
to cross you shuffle across.
Stare out the window real quick. Do I see any of them on that side of the house?
You see at least two right next to what you are told is the doorway to the to that warehouse space. And the reason you see these two, because it's a lot of undercover and brush. The reason you see these two is they're kind of draped over the side of the stone on this plinth that exists on the building.
What size creatures are these? Large?
They're like rhino-sized. Yeah, large.
Okay. We need to draw those away too. If we go out the front door, they may not see us. They may not react to us leaving.
Does Max know if they would sense the aura of this magical item?
Maybe. There's no specific knowledge as to how far Alvergrigs see magic items. Maybe.
Well, I mean, you could do a lap around the porch.
Yeah.
Before you, or you could climb out one of the windows on the back of the house onto the porch, and then do a half lap to the stairs and run out.
I'm thinking that actually, kind of climb out the window and then head to around the left side of the house down to the tell Finry, man, I can see them. He can't.
Until you start spreading the blood, he can't see them.
Yes, he's like, we're gonna want to kill one, and then we'll use that blood to splash the others. I don't know what he's talking about, but we'll probably be fine.
I look at Medolfir and I'm like, listen, I know you thought I was trying to be manipulative earlier, but I truly do need you to use your artistic endeavors in order to try to spread that blood strategically.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We're looking for a Dexter type situation here.
Yeah. Let's okay. I think then I think I'm gonna go at the window closest to this guy.
Okay.
And maybe
Finnery is going to be lockstepped with you wherever you go. So tell me where you're going first. Show me 60 feet.
From where my token is right now?
No, from the front door is fine.
Well, no, can I go out a window on this side?
Sure. Yeah, you can go out a window. Yep.
Yeah. Start the outside from here. Whose token is this, by the way, right here?
Jameson up above.
Can you move
in the
him?
ship.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like a wisp up above.
All right. I'm going to tell Fenry there's one directly over the edge of the thing right outside this window. I'm going to hop out and I'm going to swipe at it and hopefully draw its blood. And then we're
Okay.
going to take off running and basically telling him the plan is we're going to run like this around the house.
Okay.
So-
He's like, I'll follow your lead. So since there's no initiative at this point, you're getting a first to act, Medolfir. Go ahead.
Okay.
Climb through the window awkwardly.
I'm gonna pump power attack in this to get an idea for how easy or hard it is to get done.
Okay.
This is gonna be my best chance.
Yeah. This one's face is actually not pointed towards the house. It's like it's got its tail pointed towards the house and it's like leaned over the side just near the doorway of the warehouse. But go ahead, give me a power attack. You're gonna slap this thing on its ass. Okay. 15. Yeah, so you take your sword, and as you cut into, you're like, oop, they are thick boys. That was thicker than I had expected. That does not strike, but it certainly alerts them. They have a thick hide. So are you running? Are you running or standing put?
Really need to draw blood. But there's a chance he's gonna be able to go before me. Yeah, I'm gonna take off running. So tell Fenry, I didn't cut it. His hide is thick, but I got his attention. Let's go.
Okay. Where you go ahead and put your position 30 feet away from where you are. Yep. That works. Fenry directly behind you is just going to jump through. He's not going to take a swipe. He's like, okay. And he's going to run behind you. The rest of you, are you guys positioned at this front door, or are you guys also looking at this back window as how to go out?
Max is at the top window because he knows he's just planning to like slide. He still has spider climb going.
Yes.
So he's gonna climb down the back once Medolfir looks like he's once Medolfir looks like he's indicated that they're following him. Yeah.
Gotcha. Medolfir, as you run around the bend, you do notice one more back here. I am going to go ahead and say time for initiative. Go ahead and roll me initiative. I'm
gonna be calling out intel to Fenry to just try to give him an idea, like 15 feet to the right, and I'm gonna be kind of quick pointing.
Okay.
Right. Just to maybe aid in his ability to know generally where these guys are at.
Okay. I'll say the ones in the front are unaware at this point.
Yes.
So they are not going to be part of this initiative yet.
Good initiative.
Okay.
For once.
So, okay. As you begin to run, this Alvergrig here, who had its butt sort of turned to you also, starts to turn its body around, sensing and hearing this movement, and this other one kind of wailing, having been slapped, and it is going to climb up on top of this. Medolfir, you see this. Fenry does not see it as much.
I mean, call it out to him.
Okay, you call out. Yep. He is going to just take a 5-foot step and use his claw attack. He actually gets 2 of those.
Nice.
Does he have a climb speed?
This would not count as a climb. He's really just kind of turning himself around on the top of the thing.
Oh, he's tall enough. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The first one shouldn't strike, I don't believe. But the second one does. So Fenry takes 9 points of damage as this claw strikes him on the back. And he's like, oh, that did not feel good. Keep running, Medolfir. That is the Alvergrig's turn. Medolfir. Oh, I didn't roll Fenris. Hold on. My goodness. I might have to retcon that. No, perfect, actually. Couldn't have written it better. So you two are together. You guys can act together. I'll allow it. So what are you doing?
Oh, shit. Knowing Fenrir, is he a very speedy guy compared to like me?
Yeah.
I know
Even though
he's
he's a
small.
gnome, he's able to keep up with the exact same speed as you and Landray, sometimes better than you because he has that similar capability on difficult terrain as Landray.
So I think it makes kind of a little more sense maybe if they're drawn to the magic of the thing to maybe pass the baton to him.
Okay. I'll allow
If
it.
I need to stop movement progress in or around to be able to make an attack. You know
Now,
what I
the
mean?
biggest problem is that he likes using two hands and two weapons. As do
Right.
you. You like a two weapon also.
He doesn't have to wield it though. He just needs to have it on.
Okay, I see. Strap it onto his back. That's fine. Yeah, as you do, he's like, okay, I'll just keep running, and I'll do it while we're running.
All right. I'm gonna keep running. So.
Yep.
Um.
And I'm gonna need
tell him.
bluff checks from both of you guys to draw the attention of these things.
I'm wondering if we should double run.
Double run would be 60. Quad run would be 120. But the problem is you have to go in a straight line with a quad run, which
I think
kind of like I'd allow you to just straight run like that, but you'd have to make some balance checks to assure that you don't just trip. Otherwise, 60.
I'm not worried about quad run. I'm just
okay. Gotcha.
Double run to get to the front of this as quick as possible.
Yeah.
So like.
Yep, that works. 60 feet. There.
Like there.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell him. Yeah, but I need to. Man, I hope they follow us. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Tell them. Let's put some distance between them. Let's get to the front as quick as possible. There's two up there. We're gonna have to deal with at least two.
Okay.
So boom.
Okay, roll me a bluff check because that's the method of how 3-5 uses kind of drawing attention. Finry's going to be much better at it than you. Yeah, much better. It's a good thing that you gave him the staff. He's like, Lidolfir just isn't very convincing sometimes.
No.
So he's going to run just behind you to there. And while he's doing it, he's like much more emotive with the staff. He's just going like, ooh, look what I have. Come on. And he's going to attempt that bluff check. He has a +10 on his bluff checks.
Is Finray faster than Midolfir?
He's got 30-foot move speed.
Okay,
so same speed. Yeah. Plus he has abilities other than that to go faster. Okay, DC was going to be 15 on these since it would normally be much higher, 20. These things are very drawn to staying where they are at. But because of this staff on the back, it's dropped to a DC 15. So they are, all of the ones that he's waving this around are starting to move in that direction on their turn. That is their turn. Flickerwhist goes, oh, I really want to do a fireball right now, but I'm going to hold off because they look like they're doing something. And Jameson is going to similarly look from above and just like strategize how to assist if that time comes. Okay, this Ulvergrig, having watched you guys slap it on its ass and run, is going to make for you. It moves at pretty decent damn pace. Okay, I will say it's somewhat affected by climbing, kind of turning itself around further, but it is able to get to 70 feet.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they're fast, and you notice, like, unlike a rhino who's very like laborious on awkward footings, these things have like fingers and stuff, not pads, so they're like more like bears in terms of how they turn around. Okay. That has pulled that one's attention. Max, you notice the big one that was right in front of the window has left.
So I imagine like I see like the weight coming off of something that it was sitting on.
Correct.
Here,
And
like,
when it's
steps
when they're
going
in
the other way.
when they do a full move, their camouflage seemingly disappears. Like their camouflage
Predator
takes
style. Okay.
Yes. So like in that movement, being as far as it was, they become more obvious.
Okay. Well, Max does not see this. Well, no, this guy moved too, right? It like attacked.
Only slightly, I'd say. Right now, you are aware there are other ones because of Medolfir, but you do not have a good line of sight of the other two. There's too much stuff they're blending into.
Max does like a commando finger, eye pointing towards Lanray, and then does like a little, one finger, his index finger over his nose, like, shh.
Yeah.
And then Max climbs out and tries to go down towards the cellar door.
Okay, give me a move silent.
Okay.
Hey, you did good last time.
Well.
Oh, shit.
You did good again. Like, it works.
That is a 17 on the die. So
yeah. Now you're moving at half your normal speed, but yeah, you could definitely go where you want to go.
I'm doing spider climb down the side.
Yeah, so the window and the sides are not affecting you at all. So you're moving like you're moving, but just at half speed because of the move silent.
Am I at the bottom now?
I would say yes. You're able to go to the base down there. Yep, exactly. And that you now see like a door in front of you. Lanray, you're like, you observe Max suddenly being roguish. What are you doing, Lanray?
Now, was that a double movement or was that a single movement?
Sorry, Max. I cut you before you could go further. You're right. Max, you still would have an action available to you or another move.
I'm just going to go in.
Okay. There's a door. It looks like a fairly heavy-looking door, so you'd have to open that door.
But on the plus side, it doesn't look like the Alvergrig have like busted it open.
No. It's like a metal door that is pretty substantial.
I try to open it.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Oh my god. Is this because of a lock or just because it's
just big? Really heavy and like a big warehouse door, and it's really going to just show how much effort and time it would take. Yeah, so all you needed was a DC 10. So as you pull on it, you are able to open it like a normal door. It's just a part of your move, but it's not like a full standard action. So I would say 5 feet of your potential movement is gone just doing that, but you still have 25 feet if you want.
I go in.
Okay. And I take it back because you're still moving silently. So it's you have 15 feet. Yeah. So you move in. Okay. Yeah. You did that quite stealthily. Lanray, you observe that. You're like, that seemed to work.
Like, damn. Okay. I'll proceed to follow him basically.
Yeah. Give me a move silent. This will be the irony of all ironies. Oh, it looked like it was. It was really close to being a 1. Like, not like a 5 is that much better, but okay, let me do. They rolled like crap. Okay, yeah. Seemingly, as you come out of that window, they are not noticing you. You doing a similar thing and going inside the door?
Yeah, I'll follow Max just to provide some cover.
Okay. Okay, as you go through, you find this door partially open still. And are you going to stay outside the door or go inside?
I'll take a step inside and just kind of survey what I see.
Okay. And you want to continue to have visual outside as well?
Yeah, I think so, just to make sure nothing's following me. So I'll kind of be like half in the door, half out.
Okay. Yeah, you just kind of have it ajar enough to see outside. Got it. Okay. Yeah. You guys find yourselves inside of that stone warehouse space. There are numerous boxes. Which one might be the one that's causing this potential attraction? Unclear at this moment. Let's see if you guys figure out a way to check that. But before you do, let's go to this Alvergrig, who will have reacted as well. Yeah, okay. So this Oliver Grig is also going to run along the base. He's not able to move quite as quick as the other one because of the terrain. So he is able to get to 40 feet, which is right there. So he's like tumbling and moving along these boulders along the lakeshore around to that point on this inconsistent terrain. But following the bluffers. Back to the top. This one is going to go ahead and run around also.
Now, is this one up on the porch at this point, or is he coming around on the
He's
forest
up.
floor?
No, he's up on the porch, and he's going to sort of stop at 40 feet here. Okay. Mostly because it becomes difficult to cross beyond this one if he goes any further. And he's just kind of like sniffing at the air and sees Midolfir and Finri at the end of his turn. Okay, Midolfir, it is back to you and Finri. What are you guys doing? There's one in front of you here and one here that on this turn you can potentially try to pull towards you. Oh, and one here.
Yeah.
Does Finri have like a Misty Step sort of situation?
No, he has the shadow jaunt that he uses sometimes. Yeah,
it's not shadow. Well, there's trees around. Maybe he could. Okay.
Maybe.
I'm gonna call out just general direction with these two to Finri.
Okay. Yeah.
And tell him he may be seeing the blood from a third right in front of me in just a moment.
Excellent, Midolfir. Remember, we got to keep moving after you strike. So don't hang out around these things. They can do spike stone. So that leaves you a tricky question. Essentially, if you end up in their proximity on the end of your turn, there's a chance that they cast spike stone, which means that you're going to have to avoid those spike stones on your next turn.
Understood.
So,
I'm at full health, so.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Spike stone, do they cause me to slow down?
Yes. If you do not pass the check, you are familiar with it enough, I would say, that you would know you could be slowed if you don't pass the reflex
because
save.
we ran into it.
Yep, you did actually. Yep.
Okay, so
but only if you take damage from it.
So that just means I need to kill this guy.
I suppose so, yeah. That's one way.
So 10 feet.
Yep.
Leap attack.
Oh, well, yep. You coming off that stair, like jumping down and leap attacking it? Yeah. Definitely.
So
now, is that one surprised? He's not these three in the front are not in initiative yet.
Not yet. They're not aware until they see this occurring in this moment.
Well, they're going to see us running past regardless. So
at some point, but yeah, this is the first opportunity they would have to have noticed Midolfir and Finri coming. So go for it.
Right, but even if we were to double run, I mean, we're going to be in movement range of two of them at the end of 60 feet either way. I'd rather be in range of one of them only if I have a chance to take one of them down right now.
Yeah. Finri like kind of looks you in the eyes and is like, okay.
Okay, so boom, boom. I need to make a jump check.
Yep.
Which is ridiculously high right now for some reason.
Your strength.
Plus 28.
Okay, yeah. That's crazy.
Now,
it's probably the spell also. Cat's Grace probably specifically helps with jump.
So this is going to be triple this damage if it hits.
Okay, yep. Oh, now I see. You have the jump scroll going still, too. That was cast on you. It was before. So
that's right.
But you still would have been fine with the roll, even without the additional plus 10.
All right.
Okay, yep. You get an attack.
With a mighty yelp.
Okay. 28 does absolutely hit for 18 points of damage.
Triple.
tripled because it is your leap attack, right? So that is 54 points of damage. Not quite a, how do you want to do this? They're harmed significantly, taken a shock. They are flat-footed, so that potentially will help Finry in a moment, but not dead. Finry's like, oh, fuck. I guess I got to finish this thing off. He's going to run. He's going to come to this point. He's going to just do a very gentle leap down past this little shrub right here and try his best to do a 2.
I was gonna say there should be plenty of blood to show him where to aim.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. That I always forget how his work. So that is going to be
main offhand light and then offhand light, I think, right?
Yeah, for some reason he doesn't have them armed. They would have been armed. Yeah, he just accidentally turned them off. Okay. There we go. So main 1 and offhand 1. So here is this. This will have sneak attack. I don't think he gets anything else here. You know what? I'll give him high ground since he's coming down on this thing too. And no flanking though, so okay. 24 does hit with his main and his offhand. And actually, that's a 22 last time. I didn't do the -2. And 17 will not hit. I'm sorry. Wow. Those don't hit. As he comes down on this Ulvergrig, he's like, oh, crap, that is thick skin. Modolfir, we need to get out of here. He's like ready to hop on your shoulder just in case. He's like, actually, you know what? I'm more reflexive. You should be worried. That is his turn.
Jesus Christ, a 24 doesn't hit? Oof.
Yeah, well, it was a 22 in fairness, because he did offhand weapon also.
No, I'm talking about the main, though.
I accidentally didn't put the -2 in there since he's doing 2 weapon attack.
How come in the parentheses it says main and offhand then if you didn't select it?
That's just the way he's labeled the attacks, but they're not actually acquiring. Yeah.
That's the name of the combat entry. Okay.
Yep. Flickerwisp and Jameson looking down from above are like, we're going to have to intervene on that, aren't we? Flickerwisp does have some line of sight because of the blood that Modolfir did. You did like a splash, like Kill Bill spread of blood as you struck down with the first one. Flickerwisp is going to attempt a fireball. He's like, if I just position it just right, and he fires off a fireball. And that is going to do... hey, where's his... Oh, there it is. Okay. Wand of Fireball.
Does he have not any other spells?
No, he has lots of other spells. He's like, but I just like doing Fireball. Okay. He's got a lot of other ones. Okay. So 31 with a reflex half. He is able to see it good enough.
Can you do a reflex in flat-footed? I forget.
Ooh.
I gotta look it up.
Flickerwisp has other spells, but he's in it for pure love of the game. So
yes.
Flat-footed
doesn't affect that.
But he loses his dex to AC. So does that affect Finray's attack?
That's a great point. Holy shit, you're absolutely right. His flat-footed AC is lower, which means Finray's first Kukri attack would have hit, but not enough to kill him anyways. But he's near death at this point.
I just want Finray to feel good about himself.
Yes, you know Finray did hit. That's a great point. Here is the saving roll. Does succeed, so only half damage, but that half damage nonetheless is 15, which because of Finray striking is enough to take this thing down. It falls in front of you. Yep.
I've got a quick question on the geometry of that fireball placement.
Yeah.
And we don't need to deep dive this right now, but I'm just wondering. It's supposed to be, an even circle, right? But if you look at the top and the bottom, there's 3 blocks, whereas on the sides it's just 2 blocks.
Yeah, when you place... This is actually from the rules. When you place the target on an edge, it goes out 40 feet from the edge, not from the center of the circle. Or from the center of the square. So it's actually centered on this edge.
On the edge.
And it goes 40 feet out. Or
that's what
20 feet out, I guess. I don't know.
Yep. So it's on an...
Yeah.
Right.
So it's from this edge to this edge. Right? But then it's in the middle of this, so it only goes out to the middle here. So it doesn't have enough. So this is actually... It is the rules. You
See
could
how it
do it like
changes?
that. Yeah, you could do that, but you don't have to.
Okay.
Yep.
No, that's cool. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He's just giving it a little safety. Okay, that is Flickerwiz, and he goes, "Oh yeah, that felt so good. Oh my god, I missed you. I missed you so much." Jameson is just like, all right, and is preparing to cast protective spells as needed. This Oliver Grigg here is going to do a mad dash for Finray. He is able to get down there. Yeah, he is able to. 40 feet. That is easy enough terrain, and he is going to attempt a... he can't gore because of the elevation difference, but he can attempt a claw. That probably won't hit. Let me double check. That does still hit for 10 points of damage. So, yeah, Finray's like, oh, that does not feel good. We need to keep running. That is my dog. The one that just got killed, who would have cast Spike Stones had that not occurred, is not able to act, so I will remove him. Max, you are next.
Okay. Once I'm in the cellar, right?
Yep.
All right. Detect magic.
Okay. Yep.
And on the first round, I know the presence or absence of magical auras.
Okay. You do spot a few magical auras coming from the various boxes in front of you, as would be expected. So that is your first round of knowledge. You see 4 boxes emitting auras.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? It would just be the presence, not the number. So that would happen on the second.
Yeah, presence or absence of aura. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I as I kind of get that information, I walk further into the cellar, I guess.
Sure. Go ahead and position yourself how far in you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
fine. Go to
fine.
the middle, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, as you walk around, sort of scanning with your vision, that is your turn. Lanray, you're still standing at the doorway. You hear creaks and thuds and sounds. You heard a fireball. Are you closing the door? Are you going outside? What are you doing?
I mean, I'll yell in and say, Max, do you need any help? Because I can't really see what he's doing, probably.
Sure.
Can I do like a listen check in here to see if if I feel like anything's in here with me?
Yeah, you can do a listen check.
Do I hear anything in here?
13. With a
Lucky
13,
number 13.
With a 13, you don't hear anything in there.
All right. I combined with the fact that the door felt like maybe it was like rusted in place a little bit and it hadn't been moved. I kind of speak out towards Lanray and I say, I think I'm alone now.
Okay,
you can do whatever you think. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going for. You can do whatever you think is right. I don't need backup in here.
All right, excellent. Lanray, so yeah, you are free to do what you wish in terms of your own protection or what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, so am I positioned
at the doorway?
At the doorway here?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I will start slowly moving, like walking around to see towards where I heard the fireball.
On the
I'll say,
outside
all
of the
right,
building?
on the outside of the building. Yeah,
Yep.
I'll be very slowly, and I'll just yell to Max. Max, just scream really loudly if you need anything.
Okay. Yeah, move yourself along the outside, however you wish. Right now, that would be on the inside. So are you staying on the inside? There's no windows or anything out of this space, so you would have to go on the outside to see.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I'll go on the outside. Sorry.
Okay. Yep. So step back out. 25, 30.
I think he was inside. I think
He was just at the doorway
like
precipice.
Yeah.
Well, so maybe then if I started here, then maybe.
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, you can get another 5 feet if you want. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Are you doing like a spot check to see if you see any of these guys?
Yeah.
Okay, give
definitely.
me a spot check.
As a ranger, can he do a track?
I'd allow that.
Because, he's in underbrush. These are fairly large creatures.
You want to do a track instead?
Yeah.
Okay.
That could
I'll
work.
do it. I'll do it additive. The spot is really instantaneous, so
I keep forgetting you're a ranger.
Indeed. Okay.
Survival? Is that what it is based on?
It is a survival, yeah. So roll me the survival. Okay, with that 14, you're able to basically, and these are large creatures, so that helps. That gets it up to basically a 15 equivalent. Okay. As you spot around, you don't see anything in this moment. There's still a decent amount of fog this morning, so it aids in their camouflage. However, as you look down at your feet, you see a rather large scat.
It's
Yee. I tiptoe around it.
Yeah, it is still warm, like steam, like giving off its own little bit of steam to the point where you're like, this was freshly laid.
Noted.
Okay, so you've only moved half your turn. What are you doing with the rest of your turn?
I mean, I'll keep tiptoeing around the side.
Okay. As you get to here, I will say, as you get to here, right there, you spot another Alvergrig. And it sort of turns its head at the same moment as you're approaching.
Uh-oh.
To look at me? Or...
Yep.
Okay.
And it is going to act pretty much next. So that is your turn, I believe. Max and Lenray, that's your turns.
He's at the top of the initiative.
He is, yep.
Yeah, but next, yeah.
Yeah. So this Alvergrig is going to run after...
Question. Mm-hmm. How much movement did Lenray have left?
He had another 10 feet. So Lenray, if you spot that person and you want to back up 10 feet instead, you can do so.
Can he get up onto the top?
Yeah, can I climb somewhere?
Give me if you wanted to, instead of a climb, you could do a jump. That would be like a pull-up in a fast order. Otherwise, a climb check would still leave you vulnerable. You could do you could do a jump and pull. It would be DC 15 to do that.
All right.
Do these things have more than 5 foot reach?
They have claws and they're large size. So yes, with their claw attack, they are able to reach more than 5 feet.
Okay.
With that jump check, you immediately spot him and are able to jump up and pull yourself up in one motion so that you are at least not at the ground level with him. You are back up here. It says -10, but it's not quite 10 feet of jump. But yeah, I'll leave you at 0. Okay, so he's down below now. That is your turn. The other Alvergrig ran. Finry and Medolfir, you notice this Alvergrig is almost running to head off the pass. These are very smart pack creatures. They seem to be anticipating your next move. Same with this one. He's going to now step here. You know what? This one is going to directly attack, actually. So this one's going to stand right in front of you, Midolfir.
He cannot attack. He's still flat-footed. He doesn't have his turn, really. I thought he's surprised.
This one? No, it's been a full round. Now it's his turn, so he would be able to do something now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So this is going to be a gore attack against you, Midolfir. Lowers his horn and strikes out. 33 is going to hit you for 11 points of damage. Has not used Spike Stone to your knowledge. You don't believe it would have been possible. And then Lanray, this one back here is going to attempt to climb up. They have decent climbs. Let me see. Yeah, they have pretty good climbs. But it will be slower. Oh. Wow.
Oy, oy, oy.
He climbs up, and he is now on this position here. He is going to strike out with a single claw against you. 25 to hit's probably going to hit for 10 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay. That is its turn. This Oliver Grigg down here is going to also just run out this way and try to strike Finray, who is now somewhat surrounded. You guys are somewhat surrounded at this point. Another 7 points of damage against Finray. Finray's like, don't worry about me, Midolfir. I have abilities. With that is that Oliver Grigg's turn. And lastly, this one. Oh, I need to check if he is still drawn to that. Yep. So he is also going to move over here and just peek over the edge, but he can't do anything else for this turn. So he's just on the precipice up above you. Midolfir, you found yourself in a bit of a tricky spot. What are you doing? None of them you don't think had the ability to do Spike Stone yet.
What is the terrain in the direction I'm drawing the line on?
Yeah, so you see a clearing in this wooded terrain, and it becomes kind of a roadway right here. It starts as 5 foot and it widens out as you run outward.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying specifically in the direction I'm drawing it about.
Oh, in that direction, it goes back into some underbrush. It's like it starts clearing and then it's back into underbrush.
That's fine, but I can traverse it.
You could. It could potentially slow you down to some extent. You'll need to make a balance check to run at full speed.
All right, I'm gonna risk the attack of opportunity, and I'm gonna tell him, get the hell out of there, and I'm gonna quadrant.
Okay, yeah, I need you to give me a balance check. This is going to be DC 15 to make sure you don't trip at any point along that line, and then I will roll to determine where on that line you may have tripped if you do not pass the DC 15 balance.
So what about...
If you do a double run, you wouldn't have to pass the balance because you're not trying to like sprint across this.
No, quadrant.
Quadrant? Okay, balance.
Yep.
Okay. I'll be shifting you guys to a different map potentially.
What about tumble? Would tumble play into that?
Tumble would allow you to potentially avoid an attack of opportunity in this moment, but not aid you in that. No.
So I would have to choose one or the other.
Yeah, you would have to choose one or the other.
Okay.
You would not be able to quad run if you started with a tumble. Yeah. Okay. With that, roll me a 1d6. The higher, the better. It'll happen later in the movement. Okay, nice. Oh. So you essentially get out the distance that you're trying to run, which is going to be 120 feet. But just as you're reaching that 120 feet, you stumble and become prone at the very end. Okay?
Okay.
Finry is going to go ahead and use his Shadow Jaunt in this moment. He's like, I think I need to get out of. Actually, you know what? Oh, but you also have to take an attack of opportunity against you, Adolfir.
I was going to point that out. I was just
So
waiting for
that
it. You know.
is not great. Did you avoid that one? 16?
Hold on, because of the. Yeah, no, he still hit me.
Still hit you?
Even with the dex bonus? Man.
Yep. Dude, my armor isn't working right now, so I don't have any armor bonus.
Yeah. Your
armor's not working?
It got damaged.
It got damaged. He still hasn't had a chance to fix it. Okay.
Oh, so, GM. No. We were on the ship for like a number of days, right?
Yeah.
I had kept trying to do mending on it.
Yeah, that was not fixing the.
Oh, okay.
That part. Yep.
All right.
Okay, so you take 8 points of damage. Finry is going to follow suit, I think. He's going to just try to run this, and you leave the Shadow Jaunt for a later time, since he has the ability to avoid getting tripped up much better than you, Medolfir. He's like, Medolfir, I hope you know if this is the right way to go. This is not where we were supposed to run to, and he runs through the woods. And again, he's going to take attacks of opportunity against him. From him and him, since the other guy already took his.
Oh my God, yes.
Very crappy rolls, and I believe not enough to hit him. He's like just using his cape and running as quickly as he can. He does not need to make that balance check. You all have gotten away, and you see to your north now, there's like that roadway and open clearing where you'd be able to see them more. Where you are right now, these things, if they came running at you, like you might see them at the very last second, but they are sneaky in this underbrush.
Well, I mean, they're going to be displacing trees and grass, so they're not super sneaky.
Yeah,
I would argue that they'd be more sneaky on an open road.
Okay. You would be able to see them from further away on an open road. Their camouflage does not seem to work well in those conditions. True. What you were told. All right. So Flicker Wisp up above is like, oh, they're all clustered in one spot. Fireball. Yes. Don't fail me now. And he's going to go ahead and do Fireball. And he's just going to launch it right at the body of all these now that you guys cleared out. He does see, just from the nature of all the strikes against Finry mostly, that these things are in that cluster. So from their actual sort of attacking Finry. Okay, so that's going to be 26 to hit. 26 damage if they don't reflex save. So let's do some reflex saves. There are 5 of them? Yes, there are 5 of them. So I'm going to start from 12 o'clock and go around. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let's see. Ooh, that's a nat 20. Those are all very good. I believe every one of those, except for the last one, saved. Yes, the last one, which is this guy, is not saving against that, so he takes the full 26. But the others have it for only 13 points. So I will deal with that. After Flicker Wisp, Jameson goes, should we pursue after Medolfir and Finry? And Flicker Wisp goes, give them a moment. Let's see if they circle back. I trust
GM.
Yep.
Since this guy sort of did like a climbing thing,
yeah,
can Jameson see him?
Yeah, I would say
a spot or something.
I would say as with a spot, they'd be able to spot those guys. Their attention was mostly at down here where the big cluster were very evident. I will give him a spot. Let me see. Got a 10 plus 7, 17. I would say, he's aware of something potentially chasing after Lanray, but he does not see it. He sees the movement of the trees, but not the object. Okay. So these all took some damage. They are going to chase after you, Medolfir and Finray. So I don't know what your path out of here is going to be, but they do run faster than you guys.
Well, that's why that's why I wanted the quadra to put a little bit of a buffer between them and us right now.
Yeah. Now you are still prone. They're going to split up. They're going to come this way. And we'll see what the rest of them do potentially. Max, you're in the warehouse. This is round 2 now.
Yeah, so I now get the number of auras and the power of the most potent aura.
Yes, you do. You spot 4 and you like kind of trip over because like it's dark in here, but you're seeing the magic items lit up. You trip over a little thing, but it's, whatever. You just kick it out of the way. It's kind of just moving like at night in the bedroom or something.
The door is open.
Partially, yeah. There's a little bit of light coming in. Yeah,
I mean, it's not like it's daytime outside, and the door is not like it's wide open. So
okay, fair enough.
Because Landry was standing on in the doorway.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't have been able to do that.
So there'll be light in here. You don't trip. You do spot the one giving off the strongest aura. It is located towards the center of this warehouse space, beyond a couple of boxes.
Okay, I'll go towards that, whatever that strongest one is.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. You approach it, and you see it is just kind of a normal crate before you.
How big is it?
Like just above 4 feet by 4 feet by 4 feet.
Oh, so it's a legit crate.
Yeah, it's a legit crate. You're gonna need something to pry it open with.
Do I still have any economy left?
No, I would say. Let me see. Is that spell just kind of happening in the background?
Yeah.
Oh, then yes, you would still have a.
It's just a concentration.
Yeah, it's not taking up a standard action.
I pull a crowbar out of the bag of holding.
Nice. You do have one. Yeah.
Yep. It's under gear.
Yep.
And if I'm allowed to, I will begin to try to open it. I don't know.
Yeah, give me a strength check.
Okay.
It shouldn't be
this
that.
This is where the comedy starts. Hey, even better.
Nice. You're really learning how to do stuff beyond your normals. You like cram the crowbar into it and you start pressing down on it, and it is enough to start separating the nails on that top wood cover. It's not quite fully open, but if you do that again next round, it will open up.
Okay.
That is your turn. Lanray, you just got slapped.
Huh?
Yeah, sure did.
What are you going to do with it?
So the overgrigs I can see right now, all of them behind the one that's right next to me.
I would say you could see this one, and these have appeared because of the fireball. Their singed, smoky skin gives them away for this immediate moment. Yeah.
Okay. And then what is next to me in terms of like, is that the building, and would there be more climbing there to get up higher, or?
Yeah, I mean, the building has elements that you could climb up to get higher for sure. You would have to do a climb check, but the DC will be easy because it's kind of like a gutter and things like that you can climb up, like a downspout.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try to do that. Well, because I'm not on like a platform, am I? I'm kind of hanging on or like, what is my current?
You're on terra firma. You're on like a stone, what would look like a normal like patio stone.
Got it.
Base. Yeah.
I am going to cast Entangle.
Okay. Nice.
I want to do it so that like I get if I can see them, it has a 40-foot radius.
Yeah.
So I want to include the one next to me, but I'm really going to cast it like somewhere over here probably.
Now the issue is that you're still within attack range of this thing. So he's going to get an attack of opportunity to see if he can stop you from doing that. Since you're not a battle caster. You could try to cast it defensively, which is a DC 15 concentration check, or you could just get out of his range before casting it.
Is your plan to climb after casting?
Yeah, that I mean, I was thinking about that. Like, I could flip it and climb first, right?
Yeah, you could do that. He still would get an attack of opportunity, but it wouldn't stop your spell at least.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do that. Okay.
Yeah, go for it. So that's a pretty good climb check, given like what I said, the walls of this have objects like rungs that you can grip onto. So you are able to move at your normal climb speed, which is going to be a quarter of your normal movement, I believe. So yeah, you're able to get up about 5 to 8-ish feet in one standard turn, which is just out of his reach at that point. But before you do, he does take a swipe at you. Okay, I think that probably misses, right? 16?
Yeah, that misses.
Okay, so he swipes up at you, but you're out of his reach at that moment. You are just under your arms are just under the roof awning that happens on the second floor. So like you could do like a whip yourself up onto the roof by like kind of swinging right now, or you could try to cast a spell with your open hands.
I'll cast the spell with my open hands.
Okay, yeah.
So I think max is I'll cast Entangle, and I think probably right here is good.
Yep. And it's a 40-foot radius?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say this guy is still, his legs are still over the underbrush right here. So I will say he is affected as well if he doesn't pass. So good. Yeah. That should get them all except for the one that ran out.
So I think it's a reflex or...
Yes. Can break free and move half its normal speed by using a full round action, strength check, or escape. On a reflex save is not entangled, but can still move at only half his speed. Okay. And it's, I believe, on each round that they find themselves in the entangle space, that would have to continue to happen.
Yeah.
So here is the reflex save for this one. Nearest to you. And then the other 4 starting at 12 o'clock and going around again. Reflex. They're not terrible at reflex saves.
No.
Does that pass all of them? Yeah. But they are still moving at half speed while they're in that entanglement. So that does help. But yeah, they're not grappled or pulled down by it.
Right.
Okay. All right. Yep. You slowed them down. That is the end of your turn. So with that, since they are slowed down now through this area, they're not smart enough to necessarily know exactly where this is the case. So he's still going to take a beeline towards Finry and Midolfir, but he's going to be slowed. He's going to go 5. That's 10 feet. That's 20 feet. That's 30 feet. That's 40 feet. And then I would say still 50 feet. Then he breaks free. 50s. So then that's 55, 65. Did I do the math right? 75, 85. Oh, no, 80. That's where you can get to. That was kind of funky the way I did that. Okay. Yeah, he's slowed substantially at the beginning of that run. Same thing with this guy. He's just going to continue on a straight line to where his targets ran. He's pretty much only going to be able to get to basically here, which is 45 feet. Most of his turn was used up just getting half speed out of there. This one up here is mostly focused on you. He's going to move up. I'm going to say he uses up his entire move just to get up and over towards you and reach up. He does have reach, so he's still able to strike with his claw. So he only gets one standard attack. He can't use a 5-foot, which is the most important part of that. So 28 to hit probably hits you.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so you take 10 points of damage from that guy. Let's see. Next guy here is also going to run after Midolfir and Finry. And he's pretty much running through that whole rigmarole too. I think he only gets to here. He uses up his whole turn to move at half speed. And then lastly, this guy as well is going to make it through to there. Okay, effective in getting them space. So even though they pass the reflex save, that is helping them. Medolfir, you notice that you would be expecting to see these Overgrave behind you, and suddenly they are not. What are you doing? You there, Medolfir? Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mute my mic.
We'll probably wrap up on this turn, this round. Yeah.
To Fenry, how far can you go with your abilities if you need to?
If I need to shadow jaunt, I can do a nice little kind of 60-foot jump, I believe. Yeah, he tells you whatever it is. I'll look it up while you're thinking of it. What do you plan to do either way while I look that up?
Hold on. Let me do some measuring.
Sure. Where is his shadow jaunt? Oh, it's the chrono charm. It's not shadow jaunt, it's his chrono charm that does that.
There's a spell called Shadow Jaunt.
Yeah. But that's not what
he has an ability.
He can move up to half his speed as a swift action. That's one thing he could do, but he also has a shadow jaunt, which allows him to jump to a shadowy space as well.
But what's the distance on that?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find.
The spell is 50 feet. I don't know if that
I found it. It's 50 feet, yeah. It's part of his Tomb of Battle capability. 50 feet. So, with that, what are you planning on doing? You gonna run back towards the road?
Yes. I can't drag the slider off to the right of the map, so
I can get you. So if you're going to the right of the map, let me know, and I will bring you to a news place.
So yeah, my thought is basically quad run to where that puts me at like an angle away from where the guys are, but up.
Okay.
Like I want to get to the road. I need line of sight to get back to the house with the axe.
Yeah.
And so I'm telling, let's get to the road and then we can magic our way out. I can get to the house. I don't know how far you can get.
Okay. Yep. He kind of nods and says, "Go."
All right. Quad run.
I think if you go at a 45-degree angle northeast, is that what you're trying to do?
Not quite 45 degree, but yeah. More like
so more north than east?
Yeah, northeast.
So yeah, I think like 90 or 100 on this vertical, but then some amount.
Whatever puts us on the
Yep.
Now is the road due east of the house where you draw that white line?
Yes, it is. And I will show you it since you go to it.
It doesn't curve around, does it?
Hold on 1 second. I just got to load it up. It kind of straightens and then heads to the northeast.
Okay. But it doesn't connect to this road at the north of this one.
Sorry, I'm not looking at the screen. Which road?
This one. It does not connect to this one in any way, does it?
No, it doesn't seem to. Not at least in this immediate vicinity. Okay, so Medolfir, that's where you're headed. I will drag you over.
Yes.
Keep in mind, GM, that we also had an aerial view of this area before we even landed, right?
Yes, you would have seen, all of that geometry. Let me give... Yes, there we go. Okay, so Medolfir, I'm going to pull you to this now. And I'm going to go ahead and say Fenry also follows suit directly behind you. So you should see where you're at now. All right. Okay. So they're still about like 90 feet behind you, essentially, in that moment. The closest one. So you got some good separation. You see where you're at, right?
No, I'm still on the
sorry.
weekend page.
Let me pull the scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But I've got line of sight to the house from where we're at.
You do. Yeah. The house is kind of back in this zone, back to the left. Okay. That
like
is.
I'm going to tell Fenry, like I said, I can get line of sight. I don't know how far you can get, but it looks like we have some elevation here. You may be able to get up on.
He kind of nods and goes, yeah, getting up high might be better. With that, you guys are off this initiative on the backside, but I will keep track where you were on that list. So you're after the 3 Ulvergrig at the top, basically. Flickerwist, kind of noticing that you guys have run off, loses sight of the ones that he was attacking that went through the entanglement, especially with all that underbrush growth. He kind of looks at Landry. He's like, oh, Landry looks like he's getting hit by something. He's going to pull out his wand of Scorching Ray, and he's like, this will be a little bit, no, I don't, which one should I use? And Jameson goes, just hit him with the fireball. So he's going to fire off another fireball. He's getting low on these charges. He was not joking about that. He's down to the almost single digits. He's going to target just behind you, Landry.
Oh, why doesn't he go after these guys?
He can't see those guys anymore. There's too much underbrush, too much cover as they ran through. 28 with a reflex save 17, so we'll do that.
I mean, they're going to get it. Even with a nat one. Oh, yeah.
No, they don't have that good, but yeah, pretty good. So that is going to be 14 points of damage. Well, a nat 1 always fails. Okay, that's Flickerwiz. Jameson is preparing to do a spell now, but he doesn't have anybody other than Lanray to target on, so he's focused on Lanray. This Ulvergrig is going to make pursuit towards the prairie, and he is going to appear now on the other page. So I've placed him here, but he is still 50 feet behind Finry. So I will make note of that.
By the way, if you are copying a mook from one map to the other, it might not bring the damage with it. Sometimes.
It did.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
I have witnessed it. I have witnessed it not do that. So just be aware.
This one isn't going to get as close. He's going to get to... I'm going to keep him on this map at 80. Oh, sorry. Before that happens, Max and Lanray's turn. What are you guys doing?
I mean, Max is going to continue to pry.
Okay, yeah. Give me another strength check to see if you open this thing up. The door is your enemy. As you press down on it, you're like, oh, man. Oh, I am not meant for this. It is very jammed. It's like one of those really long nails that doesn't want to come loose from the wood crate. You can use your second act. I'll allow using the rest of your turn to try to open it up. Okay, with that, you're like, fuck you, and you slam down on it, and the crate top explodes off, almost like it was in tension with that nail, last nail holding it in place. Inside, you spot a very luxurious cloak made out of velvet and silk and lustrous in its decoration.
Hey GM, guess what?
Yeah.
I am not currently wearing a cloak.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is these Ulvergrig, but yeah, noted. Okay. And you do determine, I will send you the aura of what it is.
I put it on.
Yeah. Oh, you just straight up put it on your neck?
Yeah.
I love
because,
it.
Well, hold on. No, this is the third round now, right?
This is. You would know what it is.
So, yeah. What school and strength and stuff is it?
I'll send it to you. Let's finish up since it's getting late.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. Lanray, you are halfway climbing up. You see this little rung sticking out from the bottom of the roof. Do you want to try to swing yourself up or still continue to attack?
No, I'm gonna swing myself up, and my goal is I want to go. I want to try to get back to the ship. I guess I don't know if it's possible.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
Okay.
So all I need is a climb check that passes a DC 7. Essentially, you're just like doing a pull up. Yep, that'll do. So you like rock your body, you run, and you grab and swing yourself up onto the roof in one fluid motion. That takes up 15 feet of your first movement. So you are now up here.
All right, and where is the ship? I guess in general, it's above us, right?
Yeah, it's been floating above this spire. I'll try to drag it over. It's essentially here.
Okay. So I'll just go for the spire, I guess, and start trying to climb up that.
Okay. Yeah, you could definitely do so. Give me one more climb check at the end of your turn to see if you make it up. Okay, I'll say on your next turn, you will have already initiated the climb, so it's really just going to be a climb check to see how far you go up the spire to see if you can get to the ship.
Got it.
There are ropes like dangling down still, right?
Yeah, you could also use a rope or the spire. Both of them would work. Do you have a preference, Landry?
I'll probably do the rope if it's hanging close enough.
Yeah, even easier. You've made easy knots for yourself prior to this for this exact moment. Okay, with that, you are climbing. This Ulvergrig is now going to move to the edge of this map, and this one is going to move just past this map onto the next one. Again, not quite as shown here. Oop, that was messed up. Okay, so he is still also 55 feet away, so I will note that and expand this map out a little bit for the next session. And these two that are here act after you and Finri Manolfir in the next session. So with that, we'll go ahead and wrap up for today as Max has found something very fancy in a crate, and Finri and Manolfir have pulled these grigs away from the house. Good session, guys.
Yeah, man.
We'll
All right,
see
everybody.
if you guys can kill off these 6
stuff.
grigs. Yeah. All right. Have a good rest of your weekend.
All right.
All right. See y'all later.
Yep. Later, guys.